Hey there guys, and welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you guys join me as always as we dive into more movie news here on the channel. So, it looks like there's a rather big rumour doing the rounds on social media. It looks like Lucasfilm may be planning an Indiana Jones reboot. I mean, this has been a rumour and speculated on for a very long time now. I mean, at some point, it's guaranteed 100% going to happen. Indiana Jones is too much of a big IP, and the character is so popular. There's no way that they are not going to reboot this with a fresh actor at some point. A lot of people are saying it's heresy. You can't do Indiana Jones without Harrison Ford, but people will get over it. They absolutely will. But they have to put out a good movie, and they have to cast someone who fits the role of Indiana Jones, and it's going to be it's going to be like a big search to find the right actor to fill the boots of the character here. But anyway, let's jump in and let's break down some of this news and see exactly what's going on here. So, if you thought Disney was calling it quits after the disappointing box office returns of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, man, that movie was all kinds of bad for so many different reasons. Think again. According to the Dis Insider, the same site that scooped Pixar's The Incredible 3 months before Disney confirmed the sequel, Lucasfilm is whipping up an Indiana Jones reboot. It's early days for the project, but according to Dis Insider, fans should expect a reboot announcement of sorts at next year's D23 Expo. So, like I already said, I think if they announce this, to start off with, there's going to be a lot of people on social media, saying that calling it heresy, saying they're going to refuse to watch it, they're going to boycott it because Harrison Ford's not in it. But if the movie comes out and the movie is actually good, I think within a matter of days or weeks, people will forget all that kind of controversy and people will love it, and the new actor will be firmly cemented as the new Indiana Jones. But they've got an uphill battle to fight to get people on board with the new actor in this role. It's not going to be easy. They need to do some good marketing if that's the case. But we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. So, while Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny didn't blow anyone's hair back, Indy is a silver screen icon of a specific breed. Indiana Jones harkens back to the real-life explorer and paleontologist Roy Chapman Andrews, a subject of classic movie serials from the 1930s and 40s. Indy is as close to a swashbuckler as Disney got outside of Jack Sparrow and the Pirates' crew, and they're not about to let Indy's legacy die after a mediocre box office. So, however, creating an Indiana Jones reboot will require precision on Lucasfilm's behalf. Yeah, this is exactly what I was just saying. They would have to have fantastic casting. They would have to have great marketing to get those naysayers on board, the people that are calling it heresy. You'd have to win them over, and it's not going to be an easy thing, because with social media, everybody kind of bounces off of each other these days, and when there's like negative sentiment about a movie or a game going around, it kind of gets blown out of proportion. So they're going to have to try and do something to win those people over. The studio needs to decide how far to go back. Does Indiana Jones reboot go back to the beginning? Do we meet Indy somewhere in the middle? What kind of tone does the franchise try to evoke? Can you make a movie like Indiana Jones nowadays? Yeah, I mean, that's a big question as well. I've seen it on other podcasts where they're talking about, do you take him back to the 40s where he's fighting Nazis? Do you bring it up to the modern day era? I mean, do you put him in an entirely different era that maybe we've not seen him in before? I mean, where do you put him and where does he best work? The problem is, if you take him back to the 40s and he's fighting Nazis, a lot of people that are growing up these days don't even know anything about the Nazis. They've never studied World War II. They don't even know who the Nazis are. There's a lot of people these days who probably don't even know that Nazis come from Germany, back in the World War II. Like, people just have no idea. So, I mean, making a movie in the 40s that's based in the 40s, I mean, it might lose a lot of the modern day audience, but we'll have to wait and see how that pans out as well. I mean, so many big questions here. So, thankfully, people still love Indiana Jones, despite the Dial of Destiny's disappointing some. I liked it. I can't say I agree with the guy who wrote this. I didn't like it at all. It's one of those movies where literally, by the time I'd got the bus home and walked in the front door after I'd seen it, I'd literally forgotten about it. Like, that's it, really. I didn't give any more thought to it because it didn't make a lasting impression on me. Last year, Machine Games released Indiana Jones and the Golden Circle, a first-person action-adventure game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones The Last Crusade. I've heard this game is incredibly good, and it's something I still haven't played, and I really need to get my hands on it because it looks really good, this game. The game finds Indy traveling to locations like the Vatican City, Thailand, Egypt, and China for one of his biggest adventures. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, released on Xbox Series X and S, PC, PlayStation 5, holds a strong 87%, sorry, not percent. I'm used to talking about Rotten Tomatoes, so I wanted to say 87%. But on these gaming scores, it's normally just the number, not the percentage. So, holds a strong 87 score on OpenCritic, proving that Indy still has what it takes to wield the whip. Yeah, that game was hugely successful. People loved it, and I think critically, it did really, really well for itself. And, you know, I don't see a lot of people dissing on that game. So, it's not the fact that Indiana Jones is an outdated character, because if that was the case, the game would have flopped and it wouldn't have done very well. It just goes to show that if you have a good story, Indiana Jones can still be relevant and he can still be great, and people will still pay for Indiana Jones content. So, I mean, if they reboot this, who would you guys cast in this role? Some people are saying Glenn Powell, you know, what's his name? The guy who played Star-Lord, I can't think of his name. Chris Pratt, sorry. Yeah, some people are saying Glenn Powell, some people are saying Chris Pratt. There's loads of other actors you could come up with here. But yeah, I mean, who do you cast in this role? And who would want to take a gamble with their career, acting career, being in an Indiana Jones movie? If it flops, it could potentially derail your career. So it would be a big risk for the actor, not just the studio. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, and opinions on a potential reboot of the Indiana Jones franchise. Is it a good idea, a bad idea? And just let me know who you think they should cast and what time period would you have it set in as well. I would love to know what you guys think about that. As always, thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber to help support the content here on the channel. I would really appreciate that. And hit that notification bell to stay up to date with more movie and streaming news we have going on the channel. And with that down, as always, I will see you in the next video.